Hi guys, I'm here for whoever's going to watch this back. I am just getting myself sorted and then we're going to crack on with part 4. Okay, so I am with it at the moment, so just going to adjust my tripod, otherwise it's in my face. Okay, so we're going to get on with colour along. Oops. That would help, wouldn't it, to move that? Hey Desiree, I am getting myself set up. You can give me a minute. I don't think there's going to be many people on today, but that's fine. We'll still continue. I don't know whether or not on this one at the end I should show a quick tutorial. And that's okay. As I said, I'm probably not going to be on here, you know, a huge amount because of my back. Hi Katrina. But I was just trying to think whether or not to do a separate video or do it at the end of this one on how to do the wings on, you know, my iridescent wings. Oh no. Yep, it's the time that you need friends, don't you, when it's like that. I can't even remember. We were doing the greys on here, weren't we? So yeah, I should have got myself all set up beforehand. Yeah, Tinkerbell. Oh, thank you, Katrina. That's very sweet. I think I might do a separate video actually for that. So, yeah, you do. You need your friends in times of need like that. So again, I'm going to dive straight into this instead of mucking around today, because I know that the last video is quite long. So I was using 20% cool grey, 50% cool grey and 70% cool grey, and I'm just going to continue with just on the this like section here. So yeah, I apologise, I couldn't come on yesterday because I was in a heck of a lot of pain. I had physiotherapy in the morning, and then it was just, oh, it's killing me. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a day off. So that's what I did. I need to find my sharpener, and then I'll get going. Yeah, I was really happy actually with how Tink came out, because I'm never proud of my work. Like, you know, some people are really proud of their work. I never am. So I was really pleased with how she came out, and I really enjoyed her. So now I've got to do more Fabiana books. And aren't the books like really lovely to work in? I was like, oh, I really love it. I'm just going to sharpen that a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go with this like section here and here. So I'm going down with my 20% cool grey, and I'm just going to go into the middle very, very roughly. Yeah, I think we should do like a Fabiana colour along. The next one, before I do that, I'll show you. If you want to join me, you're more than welcome to. Like just in our own time. The next one that I want to do is out of Snow White. And I want to do this one here. I love it so much. So I'm going to do her. And she's not too complicated. And I've got some idea on what I want to do on the background as well. So I really want to do this one. And I'm so tempted to like start it now, but I've got to get on with my Sphinx. So I won't. But that will be very soon. I'll probably start that in February. But I love Fabiana's books. Like, I've got a newfound love of them. And I'm like, how did I not know about her sooner? It was because of KP and Francis. Join me, Katrina. I am desperate to get into that book. I'm like, I don't need an excuse actually, but it'd been like, it's more of a kind of, you know, when you do things with other people, it's more of a sort of like, oh, it's more fun because you know, you're all doing the same thing, and it's so nice to see the different interpretations of a picture. And yeah, I just love that. That's why I like doing buddy colours, because they are so good to see like the same picture done in many different ways. So I might do her, well, not next, but I might do her very soon, or start her at least. So yes, anyone that would like to join me, then join me. I always say the more the merrier. And I had a really nice message today on YouTube, which was really nice. And this lady said to me, oh, you know, you've got a great attitude, because if things go wrong, or you don't, like I always say, don't compare yourself to others, just have fun with it. And, you know, some people get really intimidated by other people's work, and I'm just like, it'll come out how it comes out. Just go, just have fun with it. No, not at the moment. I've just got I was doing Tinkerbell, Katrina, and that was with KP and Francis, but I finished her. And then I've got the Mythomorphia one, which I'm doing with a friend as well. But apart from that, I mean, I like to have a few on the go, so I don't mind. So I'm going now to 50% Cool Grey, which is PC 1063. And I'm just going to fade that out. No, I mean, I really like having a few on the go. Some people don't like to work. It's how you like to work. I mean, I used to have just one, and then I wouldn't do any other thing until that one was finished. But I just find you get more inspiration. Well, I find I get more inspiration when I've got a few on the go, and then I do a bit in each one. And then you don't get bored as well that way, because you're sort of going between about 2 or 3. And then one day you might fancy one, and then you might not fancy it the next day, so you go to your other one, and vice versa. And it's so nice to have a few on the go. So I do it that way, because I draw more inspiration from things that way. So if anybody wants to join me on Snow White, please. I love that picture. Like, as soon as I flipped through it, I was like, I love it. I need to colour it. And I've got a stencil, which I think will look really nice in the background. So that's it. I'm the same as you, Desiree. I used to, as I said, for about 1.5 years, 2 years, I only did one. And I got bored of it sometimes, because you don't always fancy doing like one thing repetitively. You like to chop and change. And sometimes, you know, you get a colour block. I do sometimes, like colour block on things. And you might go back to it like a few months later, and you can see the vision. You can end, you know, it will just finish, and it will come out how you want it to. So I do that. So yes, I'll just update you all, because I know some people will be asking. Little Rio's, well, he's not okay. He's still not 100%. But he is a lot better today. Yeah, I rushed through him as well. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. So we can all do that together. I mean, you can start it. I just don't post them up till everyone's finished, that's all. It's just because then you get to see everyone's. I mean, I've done one with KP and Francis. I've done the Hannah Lynn one, and I think a few of us. Desiree, you did that with me, didn't you? I pre-ordered Phantomorphia today, which I was so like happy about, because I thought, can't wait for that, and it's only a month and a bit away. Hey, Melissa, you will not regret it. And hiya. Anyone that is there, hi guys. You don't have to, obviously, you know, you don't have to talk. And just thanks for joining. And I know it's really unsociable hours for a lot of you, because I'm in the UK and it's gone 4 o'clock, but I know it's like morning for a lot of you. So thank you. So I was really naughty today, as I always am, and I hid my face because I can't afford it, but never mind. And I ordered the Fabiana Hansel and Gretel, because like Desiree said the other day, you can't have a collection and miss a few out. It is just, you can't do it. Hey Melissa, lovely, are you alright? So yeah, I ordered that, and I ordered the Misfits, and I was like, oh my gosh, but I ordered the Misfits Alien book, which I'm really excited about, because you can do some like weird and wonderful things with that. So yeah, I'll say no more. I'll say no more. I'm so broke. I'm so broke, and I'm like, what am I doing? Hi, Melissa, number 2. I got the Italian version, Katrina. I don't know if you've seen, but on Amazon UK, I don't know if it's the same on the Amazon US, you can get the Italian one. Hello. So, yeah, it's really naughty. Like, I've got the Beauty and the Beast in the Italian because, you know, with the English versions, they're out of stock. And I'm scared that that will happen with the Italian version. So I was like, I can't wait. I'm not waiting. Hi, Marcella. Oh my goodness, there's three Melissas. I'm going to have to say Melissa 1, Melissa 2 and Melissa 3. Sorry, I've got a cup of tea because I'm so thirsty. Today's mug is Tigger. I've got a Tigger mug today. Like, I love my Disney mugs. That's my thing. I love a Disney mug. So, I thought I'd start as well. I know Jen's not here from Reading with Pugs. Our lovely Jen. But we can all send, like, prayers because her little dog, Jack Sparrow, he is unwell at the moment. So, and you all know with me, I've been so worried about Rio as well. So, I know what it's like to worry about your pet. So, I'd like to just send big, big wishes to Jack. Bless him. So, I'd love for Jack to get better and that he doesn't need that operation on his eye. So, let's all send positive vibes towards Jack. I hate it when the pets are not well. It really sort of touches a nerve. Yeah, Rio is much better, Marcella, thank you. He is, he's not back to himself yet. Far from it. But this morning he was singing, which was really nice because I haven't heard him sing in like 5 days. And he was singing his head off when I came into the room, and I thought, oh, that's, you know, that made me so happy. Hey, May. So yeah, he's getting there. I think, you know, it's going to take probably another few days, but he's getting there. I know. I missed him singing. You know, they're still quiet. They're having a nap at the moment, both of them. So they're very, very quiet. It's very quiet in the house. Like, Andrew's just gone out. So you won't have any interruptions today or me going, Andrew, shush. Thank you. It's just we need to send all those positive vibes now to Jen with her little pug Jack. So we hope, don't we? So, I didn't even say I'm going with my darkest grey, 70% cool grey here. So, has anyone else been naughty over the last few days? I blamed Chip, the dog, for it actually. I was like, it wasn't me. Okay, so I'm going to just blend that out with the 50% cool grey. I'm not going to go right into the corner. I'm just going to go to where the separation, like where you can see that it's separated. I'm just going to blend that out. And then hopefully we'll get something more done on this today, and we'll finish the suitcase at least. I was watching, I don't know, is anyone else into like true crime stuff? Hey, Zemjana Snova, I don't know how you pronounce that. I've got that book and I've done one in it and I've started another one, but I find that is a book that intimidates me. And Desiree, you do such amazing things. I don't get intimidated by much because I just think, you know, to hell with it. You want to have fun, so just go for it. But that is one book that intimidates me. This is the lightest grey that I'm just blending out with. I'm gonna today as well, I'm gonna go and get some more buff titaniums. As you know, I love my buff titanium luminance. and the supplier that I get it from has come back in stock. So I'm going to grab about 4. I'm not even kidding you, because I've only got 1 left. Of course, Marcella. Right, okay, so my chronic pain month, as I said on my last stream, I'm gonna just do the event over on Instagram. Of course, it expands to my Facebook page as well. As you know, it's Colour and Chat with Sammy on both of them. I am just planning a colouring for chronic pain month to unite people that colour because they, you know, have chronic pain. So it's for all and everyone to join in, whether or not you suffer with chronic pain or not. And you can choose any picture you want, Marcella, you know, anything, as long as it helps you escape. This is my thing. If it's a picture that's going to stress you out, don't do it. If it's a picture that's going to make you happy and help you forget your pain, that's the perfect picture. Then you can do as many pictures you want that month. You know, it's just so that you have the opportunity to sit down and forget all about your pain, and it's like a type of medicine for you. You know, you can escape. You can sit there and escape entirely with a picture, and that's the purpose of it. And you know, it's one of the things that many people, and I've been speaking to so many people recently in the colouring community, and so many people do suffer for it. So yeah, we are going to have fun with that. What, you know, why not? There's so many of us, and it's a voice. It's just a purpose. It's something that we can all do together. So I think I might do these in the grey. Sorry, excuse me, I needed a drink then. I'm going to go with a 50%. I'm not going to bother with the light one on this tiny bit here. So I'm going with a 50% here. 50% cool grey, that is. I'm not changed my colours yet. I will change my colours in a moment. And I think I'm going to stick with the Prismas for a bit. So really recently, I mean, I didn't really like Kirby Roseanne as much as everybody else in the beginning, because I just was so like, what am I doing with the pictures? I have got a newfound love of Kirby. I think, as well as Serene by Nick Filbert, my favourite book at the moment is Mythomorphia by a clear mile. I absolutely love it. So I am super excited that I managed to pre-order today the Phantomorphia. I'll have to get Mum a copy as well, bless her, which I will do, of course I will. But I am so excited. I'm mega excited for that. So you do need Serene in your life. Yeah, there's some amazing Etsy stores. Colourful Birdhouse is one. 70 East Books or something? They do some amazing books as well. I'm going in with my 70% cool grey. I'm just going on the edges here. Just beware that with Etsy, as we all know, the shipping is never that friendly. It's quite a expense. But then again, when you think about it, people say, oh, it's so expensive. It is. But when you're at home all the time, you're not spending money like going out and partying and drinking, or, you know, whatever. So what's the book? You know, you get an enjoyment, and you've got something to show for it. So this is the 20% cool grey. And I'm just doing that in the middle. Okay. He is amazing. I absolutely love Kirby now. I just adore his work. You know, I've had Imagimorphia for 2 years and I've not done a thing in it yet, and I need to sort of like change that. But there's so many books and so little time. Like how many pictures can you actually do, you know? Okay, I am on the 70%. I'm just going to go with the darkest on this bit. And then I'll use the lights to blend out. I'm just going to move my iPad so I can see what you're saying, guys. I am here. I am still colouring. I'm just moving it so I can see your chat. How many books has she got? Is it the Lacy Sunshine books? I mean, there's so many. It's like the Sherry Baldy books. How many are there? They're like 30, aren't there? Oh, I'm sorry. I get that a lot. The other night I couldn't connect to the internet at all. Okay, remember I'm still with my 70% cool grey for those of you who are doing the picture with me. No, and I'm loving the updates. I'm getting pictures sent to me of the updates and they look identical and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you're actually doing it with me. Like, I'm so flattered. Hi, Christy. 44 books. You know, I didn't realise it was that bad. I'm on my 20% cool grey. I'm just going to blend the edges out. And then we're going to go with, I'm going to change up the colours in a minute. Just because I really need to inject a bit of colour on this. Should we do the gold first? Should we do gold clasps? I think we'll go with the gold. I need to order some more of those. My gold colours are running low. Okay, so I'm just going to put the greys aside in case I need them. And I'm getting my polychromos again because I need my golds. I think it was walnut brown I did the other day, wasn't it? Yeah, I think I'll go for that. Okay, so I've got walnut brown in 177, brown ochre in 182, dark Naples ochre in 184, and light yellow ochre in 183. Yeah, I do as well. I was saying, look at mine. Mine are becoming so like small. I don't know if you can see. I know they're not tiny, but they're small for me, and that gives me, I know it sounds ridiculous, but this gives me like pencil anxiety when they start to get to halfway and I need to order some more. Thank you, Anthony, and hi Anthony, I didn't see you were here. Hope you and your wifey are well. Right, I'm going to do the gold just while I'm looking at it instead of leaving it. So I'm going in with the dark Naples ochre 184, and this is polychromos now for those of you who are following. Colour tube was on a, was it burnt umber? Thanks, Desiree. I'm going to change the walnut brown to burnt umber. You know, it's funny because I was originally going to pick that out. I did pick that out actually. Was it raw umber? Or burnt? Was it 180? I can't even remember. This is why I need to write things down. Thanks. You're my ears. Was it? I think it was raw umber, wasn't it? 288. See, you're so good. You've remembered. Well, we can go with any of them. But where is that? I'm trying to find it. I'm having a bit of a nightmare here. I can't find my colours. Oh no! Where's my colours? I can't find it. Maybe I'm lost it. I'm just gonna stick with walnut brown for now, but you can stick with the same. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I'm having a bit of a moment, I think. They'll achieve the same kind of look, but you can stick with your number 288. It will achieve the same look. It's fine. As I said, I have no idea where my things have gone. I hope Chip hasn't taken it anywhere. Like, because sometimes I drop them on the floor and then he runs off with them. And I'm like, come back, you. They're mummies. They're not for dogs. So this is 184. I'm just laying down on all of them the dark Naples ochre. It was raw umber. Right, okay, I've got that beside me. That's fine. I'll do that one instead of walnut brown then. Walnut brown. So I need to have, you know, actually I've put my notebook away and I packed away the other night I packed everything away, and I should have kept my notebook out because now I don't know what I used. Okay, so we are switching walnut brown to raw umber, which is 180. Oh no, cats are worse than dogs with pencils. They like get a hold of everything. Okay, now I'm going for, where is it? 183 light yellow ochre. I looked online last night and I was looking at pencil stock because I have to order some singles. So, and then I added all the singles into the basket thinking it would only be, you know, a few pounds, £10 at most. It was like 4 times that, and I said, okay, I'm going to have to control this, I can't. So I didn't actually check out last night. So I need to sort of sit there and work out what I need the most because I can't spend that amount at the moment. It's hard because like the addiction, you're like, I need them all. Oh, that's all right, Desiree, I'm there already. My memory is rubbish. Okay, I'm going back into this one. I'm trying to speed this up a little bit because I realise I'm taking slow. But then if I speed things up, it won't be, you know, how I like it. So you got to go with your how you colour, don't you? Is anyone else slow or is it just me? So we are going in all of them. I'll do all of them at the same time so that we're good. Yeah, I'm slow, so it's fine then. Now I'm going with the brown ochre, which is 182. Just darken that up a little bit. I've realised, I was saying to Andrew, I've left this one out, so I'm going to have to do that the same. So if you did do that already when you were following, then great. I'll do it later, so it's fine. You know, these things happen. Okay, that's great. So it is raw umber. Okay, so I did do raw umber. Did I do raw umber here then? I'm guessing I did. Either way, we'll make it look exact, so it's fine. Like, I sometimes don't remember the colours, and then I just pick up whatever, you know, and I make it look the same, so it's fine. You can make it work, whatever you pick out. So, has anybody seen, I don't even know how if it's Mo Girl or Momo Girl, but there's the Korean artist that's got this amazing release coming out. It's actually, like, I think it's available now. I'll see you later, Desiree. Hi, Charlotte. So, I'm still with my brown ochre. Oh no, you're off again. That's okay, you can catch up after if you're doing it with me. Take care, everyone who's having to go. So I'm going to try and make this a quicker stream today, so that you know, I don't bore you to tears. And then I'm going to, immediately after this, I'm going to film you know my iridescent wings that I did on Tinkerbell? I'm going to film a tutorial on that, so I can show you what I did. I'm trying to find my little rubber. So I'm hoping to do that today and get it uploaded today as well. So now I'm going with my raw umber, and I'm just going to go into the edges, and I'm going fairly hard with my pressure, and then I'll blend that out with the lighter shade. I might do the inside actually. 6:45 in the morning. I'm quite, oh, are you in Hawaii? It's quite, I'm in the future. I'm way in the future. That's what I was saying to Kalina the other day. I was like, I'm 5 hours in the future from her. So, yeah, I must have a time machine because I'm in the future. It's funny how, like, you know, we're all united, but we're all in such different time zones. Australia are ahead of, I think ahead, not behind of me. And there's something like 11 hours. It's crazy. You got such a beautiful state there in Hawaii. I've seen on telly, and your beaches are stunning. Like, I'm so jealous of your beaches. We don't have them in London. Like, London, only, as you obviously probably know, we've got the river. We've got the River Thames, but we haven't got anything special. I'm going back in with my dark Naples ochre, which is 184. I don't know if you can see. And I'm just going to blend that out so slightly, just around the edges. And with all of them, I'm going to repeat the same. So, after I've done these live streams with this picture, my next set of live streams is going to be skin colouring together. Yeah, 6 hours in the future. So whoever's interested in that, that will be fun. We'll set a schedule for that one. We'll schedule a day and a time, and we're going to do that together if everybody's interested. Doesn't matter what picture you do it on, as long as you are going to choose like a fairly large face so that we can do that. So I'm just grabbing my white gel pen. And we can do a step-by-step how to do skin. I think that would be good. That would be like, after I've done these, I will plan that one. And then if you're on Twitter, I've joined Twitter. I've joined the world of Twitter. The world of Twitter. So we can schedule and plan that one, which will be really fun, I think. So we can do that step by step together, and it will be with Prismacolors. So if you've got the full set of Prismacolors, great, because I'll be using those. Okay, I'm still with my gold, I think. I think I'm going to go with the gold on... I think I'm going to do it on her, these things here. So we're going to go with the Dark Naples Ochre, which is 184. Yeah, I think, you know, that'll be like a little, it's just, look, I've always said this, you know, I'm not like an artist who can do these amazing creations. And I just show you how I colour things, as opposed to, I hate using the word tutorial, really, because it's not. I mean, it's just showing you how I do something. And if you would like to follow it, then I'm just flattered that you even want to know. I'm like, yeah, thank you so much. So if I do like a step-by-step live stream with it, I think that will be good. And it might help, you know. I needed help at the time with skin, and I found such a helpful, like, very long ago, I did a Chris Cheng, and it didn't come out amazing, but it changed the way I colour, and I adapted what I wanted to do. And I found it really helpful. I'm going with the light yellow ochre in 183 now. And I think you know, you can pick some amazing things up from other people. And then once you're confident, you can just change things to your own style. And then as long as you have fun, I've always said this, have fun. Have fun with what you do. If you have fun, then you're doing it right. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It really doesn't, as long as you have fun and you're happy with it. You know, if someone criticises something that I'm doing, I'm like, okay. But I enjoyed it, so that's all that matters to me. Hey, Francis. How are you doing? I'm just trying to get on with this a little bit. I'm not doing a huge long stream today because the back's not that great. I'm going now with brown ochre in 182. Oh. Oh, you got it! Well done! I'm so happy for you. Frances had an interview the other day and she's got the job. You can hear the excitement in my voice for you. That's amazing. Are you happy? Are you like excited now? Because it'll tie you over now for a good few months, won't it? It is. It's amazing news. See, they want to invest in you as a person. That speaks volumes. And well, me and Kalina had every hope that you would, and we believed that you would get it anyway. Now I'm doing the raw umber in 180. Yeah, you will be. I mean, it's gonna be. Are you teaching on your own then? You know, completely on your own with that. It's gonna be scary, but it's gonna be so good for you. The experience is gonna be so good, and it will help you in life. You know, sometimes going out of our comfort zone is the best thing. And now I'm just blending that back in with 184 Dark Naples Ochre. Nah. Yeah, well, you deserve that. We've been listening, like, on your colour and chats, on your, like, journey to your teaching career. And it's so nice to hear that you're there, you're doing it. Okay, so I'm going to go with Prismacolors next, I think. I'm going to do those in grey, I reckon. But we'll go with that after. I need my Prismas, I think. So I'm just getting my Prismacolors. I think I'm going to go for... I have to find my colours. I think I'm going to go for... I can't see what I'm picking out. That would help, wouldn't it? Where is it? I'm trying to find blush pink. If you bear with me, guys, I'm just trying to find it. I should have got this all prepared. Right, I found black raspberry, so I'm going to do black raspberry. Exactly. That's exactly it, May. I can't find my blush pink. I had it the other day. Is there one in that set? I'm trying to find my blush pink, guys. I'm so sorry. It would be helpful if I could find things, wouldn't it? Have we got one in here? I haven't used this set because this is fairly new. But if... Oh, there is one. So... I'm going with blush pink and... is it black raspberry? Black raspberry. And I promise you this combination works because I'm just testing it out above. Yeah. This is the kind of colours that I was like going for. I know Kalina, KP over at KP Colours, she's also interviewing for jobs. So now she needs to get the look. Okay, so I'm going to lay down. I'm going to turn my book if that's okay, if that's like all right with you guys. I'm going down with my blush pink, which is PC928. I promise you this combination works. I used it on my Tinkerbell, which is probably why I can't find the pencils. I've probably put them somewhere else. I used it on some of her things that come off, like the botanicals and the flowers, and I really loved it. So I was like, right, I'm going to use that again. Because our deer, Ella the deer, is female, so we've got to make her a bit feminine, haven't we? But pinks and greys and this colour seem to work, so I thought, right, okay, we're going to go with that. So Yeah, there was nothing, and nothing's really been happening, like, for me to update you guys with anything. As I said yesterday, I had the hospital, I had physiotherapy, so I couldn't stream because I was extremely sore. And then I just used the evening. I was telling Francis and Kalina, like, yesterday, I was watching, like, these true crime documentaries, and oh my goodness me, they are so good, but you realise, like, how messed up some things really are. Like, some people, I don't know how their sort of mind works, but it was so interesting. There's a 3-part documentary series on BBC, and it's blooming brilliant. So if anyone else is into true crime stuff, you know, I highly recommend. There's a series called Love and Hate Crime, and it's on BBC if you can get it online. It's amazing. Am I still streaming, or has it gone? I'm just going to shut a minute because my screen looks like it's frozen. I think it's there. Oh, you're here. Okay. My screen froze. I don't know. Maybe it's my connection. Okay. I worry because I'm like, am I talking to myself? Okay, so you're going to go over this entire area. It's probably a bit tedious. I'm going to do 2 at a time now. With blush pink. And then we'll layer with our black raspberry, which I will do individually because otherwise I'll mess it up. I was going to do 2 at a time, but I think that I would mess that up. Hi Judy. Hey, you're still there, that's great. Okay, so now I'm using black raspberry in PC 1095. And as I said, I promise you this combination works really well. So I'm going, as I usually do, sort of medium to light pressure. And you fade it out because you're going to blend it out anyway. Andrew, the other day after streaming, he turned around and he said, "Could they hear me?" I said, "Yes, Andrew. Why do you think I was shushing you so much?" And then he said, "Can I watch the stream back?" I said, "Do what you want." I said, "If you're going to sit there for 2 hours and want to just hear how loud you were," I said, "Go ahead." So he was sitting there, and I'm no joke, I'm not kidding you. He sat there, he watched the first sort of like half an hour of it when he was talking, and he was sitting there laughing so much at himself. And I was like, "Why are you laughing at yourself?" And he said, "Oh, because I didn't realise how loud I am." I said, "Well, I do tell you this, you know, you don't realise the microphone picks it up." And I was like, "Oh dear, that man, honestly." Honestly. So I am just doing, and I'll fade, like as I usually do, I blend it back out. I don't know, oh, thank you. I just, I haven't got like stories to tell today or anything. I had a really boring day yesterday. And I was itching to colour and I just couldn't. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to stream today. And then I will film the wings, how I coloured the wings on Tinkerbell. So that if anybody wants to give it a go, they can. What are you doing on the... Sorry, I'm not following. I've missed... I don't know what. I'm just trying to read the chat. And I'm kind of lost. Oh, KP, you're here. Hey, hey. thank you. As I said, I promise you. It's just finding the, you know, on your phones, I don't know if you're the same as me, but I seem to have to delete like so much stuff in order to be able to like film a video. It's, yeah, pink, yeah, in PC928 and then black raspberry in PC1095. They're amazing together. So once you lay it down, you blend it back out with a blush pink, and it's such a lovely combination. And it's quite feminine but muted. It's like not too bright but not too dull. Oh, thank you. I had to put something on them. They're still all broken, Kalina, and I really do need to go to the nail shop, but I couldn't just have them as they were. So I had to put something on them. It was like, they're ugly. They're very ugly. So, yeah, you lay this down and then you'll blend it back out with your blush pink. And it's just such a nice colour combination when you blend it out. And I know it's quite tedious doing like one at a time. You can do two at a time if you want. I just personally do one at a time because I know that I would just mess up if I didn't. Yeah, did you see, Kalina? Frances got her her job. Now it's just your turn. So, fingers crossed. If you start to hear Chip, he's snoring beside me. That dog is so funny today. No joke, I was on the floor with him, and I don't know if any like mad dog lady does this, but I was like, you know where you play tug of war, I put a toy in my mouth and he pulls it with his. Yeah, that's just what I do. I don't know if you can pick it up or the microphone's picking it up, but he's snoring. I'll blend this out after. I can do two at a time with the blending out, so it won't be as bad. Oh dear. I was just reading. Okay, now I'm going back to my blush pink. I need to sharpen this. And I'm just gonna get rid of that separation line. I just have to push this towards me, otherwise I can't see what I'm doing. As yesterday, everyone was on a roll with uploading. You had Dee Dee was uploading, KP, Francis, and so I've still got some to catch up on. Everyone was uploading yesterday, so my YouTube watch list is bursting. Chip, you snoring? I know, KP. Did you see I've only pathetically done two that I've finished. For those of you who are watching, I'm talking about, you know, the romantic country books. I sent KP a video because she does some amazing pictures in them. And I've got all three. And I've only done two, and I've got one that's a work in progress. And I look at everybody else's pictures from them and I'm in awe. But I never pick the books up. Which is really naughty, really. I need to do some more of that black raspberry on this, which I will do. So, yeah, I really need to do some more on those. But as I said, you just got so many books and you don't know where to start half the time, do you? So we'll blend this out, guys. We'll blend it out. I'm going to do a few more at a time because it's taking forever and I can always tweak it when I want to. But yeah, these are tedious, aren't they? It's like doing bricks. They become tedious. I just need to grab my black raspberry again because I've not done that very well, but we'll sort that out. This won't take a couple of minutes. It's because I'm trying to rush a little bit, which is silly really. I'll just blend that out a bit more. And just you don't, obviously you've probably done this, for those of you that are doing it, you've probably done this right the first time, not like me. I'm trying to rush it a little bit because this is going to be like silly amount of parts. I know, bricks and little bits, and oh, there's just some things that you colour, isn't there? And you just think, all right, this is where the colouring isn't as like, it becomes stressful because you look at your page and you think, how many have I got here? Seriously, how many like lines, how many bricks, how many like silly little things? That is probably why I cannot get on with Millie Marotta's books, because there's so many small bits in them and I'm like, no, I just can't do it. And I appreciate like everybody's art because everyone's got their own style. But you know, some books you look at and you just think, I just can't do that. Like, it's just too much, you know. But yeah, you get there. As long, I was reading this really good like article about adult colouring actually. And they were saying that a lot of people have got so lost in how it's going to turn out that it now has become a stressful task rather than a relaxing task. And I thought, you know what, that's so accurate, really, because the amount of times you speak to people and they get stressed about how it's looking, and I thought, you've got this spot on. It should be enjoyable. It should be a relaxation. And that's why my attitude towards like how it's going to turn out changed. What will be will be. And, you know, if things go wrong, you can always try and correct them. So as long as you sort of switch off to life for a bit, then you've done, you've done your job. I'm the same, May, to be quite honest, with fur on animals. That's why I don't do animals as often. And you'll see that I love to do people. Like, you probably see a pattern in my colouring with people. Because fur, it doesn't stress me out, but I don't enjoy it as much because I haven't got to grips with doing it. So I just tend to, like, not bother. And that's fine because there's many other pictures to colour, isn't there? So, yeah, do what makes you happy. But then again, I also like to learn. So part of me is like, I'm a bit of a glutton for punishment because I will turn around and be like, no, I'm not enjoying it, but I want to try it. I want to try it. So I will. And that's how I got with doing people, to be quite honest. And now I love doing people. Oh, look, I've missed a little bit there. That bit can be dark because it's in the corner. Yeah, so we all change. Our taste changes as well. Like, certain books appeal to us. And then when you learn more techniques and you learn what you like to do, they won't appeal to you anymore. So that will do. And I'm going to go the same here. But I'm going to do this a bit quicker. I might do this 2 at a time, actually. So I'm with my blush pink again. I don't know if about anybody else, but I hate to use too many colours in one picture because I like to sort of stick to, some basic colours and go from there. because you feel like quite overwhelmed on what colours you're choosing. I'm not entirely happy with it. I'm going to have to muck around with that a little bit. Sorry if you are talking. Yeah, that's it. You just wait, don't you? I mean, I'm not happy, to be massively honest. This, you know, I'm not entirely happy with the result of this, but, you know, you learn from it. So I'll muck around with it until I am. And then that's the bit where it becomes tedious and you think, right, just stop stressing out about it. Just go with it. Okay, so we're back here again. We're still on the blush pink. But I am loving your romantic country one, Francis. I absolutely love your zodiac signs on that. Yeah, Mim, that's right. Okay, I'm back to my black raspberry. That's it. You know, I said this. When I first started, I had felt tip pens and I didn't even own a set of pencils. And I started just block colouring with felt tips. But, you know, even then, because I didn't care about the result. I just was escaping. Because I used to work in a residential home for people with autism. And I worked with 6 autistic adults. And, you know, that was quite stressful because they had a lot of difficulties and a lot of behavioural problems and issues and whatnots. And they were all non-verbal as well. And I loved it, don't get me wrong. You know, they were a big part of my life for 9 years. And they were like my family in the end. But there were some shifts that I used to come home from and I was so tired and I'd had such a hectic, hard, emotional day that I needed something. So that's when I bought my first adult colouring book and I thought, do you know what, I need something to escape because I'm stressed. I feel stressed out, and especially if someone had like had a big incident and, you know, it took a lot of physically out of me and emotionally out of me, then I would, you know, need something. So I'm blush pink again, and I used to find that with a pack of felt tips and an adult colouring book, that helped. Then I put them aside for a bit, and then when I had to, when my back completely went on me, I turned around and I discovered that adult colouring was a thing. You know, I thought that it was just something that people did like at home and that was not popular. Oh, Marcella, you do it as well. So I needed something for my own sanity because I was in bed. This was when I was bedbound for a bit. I was in bed for about 3 months and I could barely move, and I needed something because there's only a certain amount of watching Grey's Anatomy and programs and TV and films that you can do. So I turned around and I was like, I need a hobby. So I used to stick them on my bed and get on with them. And I realised that Facebook had these colouring groups. So, sorry, Black Raspberry. So then I turned to Facebook and I discovered this whole community, and I was like, I can't believe this is a thing. And that was when, you know, the Facebook groups were just surfacing and everyone was like on there. Then I got talking to a lot of people and I've made a lot of friends over it's almost 3 years now. And I've never looked back since. And although I have my breaks from colouring where I won't colour for like a couple of months because I might have a colour block or I want to go off and do other things, I always come back to it. And you know, like some people, they have a little break and then they start selling all their stuff. And I'm like, no, don't sell your stuff. Keep it. You might go back to it, you know. Some people have like a big break from it and they're like, no, I'm never going to do it again. I'm like, what? It's like the thing with like computer consoles, isn't it? Like your PlayStations and whatever. You'll go back to it at some point because some nostalgia in you would be saying like, oh, I fancy that. I used to play that when I was younger. And then you might want to get it out, even if it's 2-3 years down the line. And so I always think, keep your stuff, you know, even if you have a break from it, keep it. Well, don't sell it. You'll get back to it. You will. And I've seen that so much recently, like people selling all of their books and all of their pencils. And I'm like, no, don't do it. Oh, hi, Lucy. How are you? That's it. And did you keep all of the stuff, Melissa? Because I had breaks. I had, you know, about 3-4 months because I couldn't sit. I couldn't sit at all. So I didn't do anything. There you go. You regret getting rid of your Game Boys. I regretted getting rid of my Sega Mega Drive, which I think is Sega Genesis over. So me and Andrew went on eBay and we bought a Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis, same thing. And we bought a load of games from our childhood. And we don't play it often. We play it probably twice a year. But you get that feeling for it, don't you? And you just want to go back to it. So that's what we do. Oh, thanks, Christy. I'm just telling you. If like anyone wants to know anything, you know, just ask. I'm an open book. But yeah, so I worked in care from 16. I worked originally in an elderly home. I'm going to my Black Raspberry, guys. Looking after the elderly people with dementia. And I worked with dementia patients for from 16 to 21. And then at 20, I was doing that job. And then at 20, I also found being a support worker with autistic adults. And I actually trained in autism. And I did a course in autism. And I've trained to teach other people about autism, which was really good. And I also did a train the trainer course so I can train others and do workshops and teach other people because autism's such a big spectrum. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. You know, I absolutely loved, you know, working with people with learning difficulties in the way of trying to help them. And I got a lot of things set up to help them and, you know, help their communication. Because I mostly worked with people who was non-verbal. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But my back had already had the damage from when I worked with the elderly. And I couldn't expand on that because otherwise I'd probably be a trainer now. Thank you. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. So yeah, I would have by now. I probably would have branched more into, you know, autism training and teaching other people on understanding it. And how to work with autistic adults and children. I mean, children are a bit more complex because there's like adolescence and that kind of thing to overcome when they get to their teenage years, etc. But I think with adults, you know, I've had my experience in working with non-verbal people who they suffer with autism or ASD, as autistic spectrum disorder. And yeah, I mean, I've worked also, you know, I've done quite a bit with the autistic spectrum, and I really would have liked to have taught other people on how to cope and how, you know, even like parents attend these workshops that have autistic children and they have no idea on how to cope. And it was really interesting, and there's such a big spectrum. There's no small answer. You're forever learning. And it would have been really good to be able to sort of like do that, but I hope one day I can get back to doing, I'd prefer to teach people rather than work physically in homes because that did my back in. That's it, you know. They're no different. They've just got more of a challenge in life. They're no different. They are people like you and me, except they're facing challenges every single day of their life. And yeah, I've always had a soft spot for helping people. Really, really, KP. That's sad because there's so many complex needs, and you know, some people, don't get me wrong, you know, you've got autism at the lower spectrum in it, you know, there's a spectrum, and you've got obviously severe and not so much. And they've still got issues that they need to overcome, whether or not they've got a small amount or a large amount. But yeah, I mean, I loved it. And Francis, anytime, if I can help, I will. But I did it for a long time, and as I said, I did a course in it on helping, and then I did a train the trainer course where I could train people, and yeah, I'd love to get back to that. I'd love to teach others on it. Oh, you both nurses. Oh, that is amazing. Hats off to you. See, KP, they have got a hard connection with emotion. This is blush pink. Sorry, because I got talking about autism then. I'm just going on the ends with blush pink. You know, there is emotional issues, and they say that they can't feel what we can. I mean, they've got their own feelings, haven't they? You know, they've still got feelings. And people are like, no, yeah, they have. It's just that they find it hard to connect with other people's emotions and read other people's emotions. That's what it is. But they feel. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen Rain Man, which is quite accurate to, you know, behaviour-wise, with Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. But there's there's so many amazing charities out there which help. And there's some amazing schemes now. I mean, I'll just give you a quick, like, true story. In the 1950s and 60s, they didn't recognise autism, and they used to stick people in institutions because they classed them as mad. And that is so harsh. I mean, now the help that's out there is just incredible, and you would never do that now. You would recognise the symptoms, you would recognise the needs, and you would help them. But in those days, they used to like stick them in a mental institution. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with, I don't want to sway from this. I'm going to keep with Black Raspberry a moment and just do these because, yeah, I don't want to sway from the colours too much. So I'm not block colouring as such, but I don't want to go away from those colours because otherwise it looks a bit too odd. So I'm just going to go in those because, yeah, you don't need to shade everything. Some things can be not shaded. Yeah, I think there's a lot of films and telly programs now that bring light to it and you know, highlight things because there's more of an understanding now. Before there wasn't. It was, you're mad, you go in an institution where you belong. And now there's like, hold on a minute, they need support, and there's support out there for them. So yeah, it's much nicer for them now. So I'm just getting my white gel pen. I'm just going to stick with, you don't have to do this, whoever's doing it. I'm just doing it because I've done it on my suitcase. Thank you, Nisi. I'm not particularly happy with it so far, but it will do. So as I said, I'm just doing just to follow it through how I've been doing it, otherwise it's going to look a bit mismatched, isn't it? So we're going to go with doing what I've done so far. So I have done that. That was my career. What you eating, Melissa? I haven't had lunch yet. It's like 5:30 here, and like usual, I haven't eaten, which is I just not bothered. And then I sit there and I wonder why I'm hungry. I don't know what colours to go for this yet, so maybe I should just do the greys. What do you think? Oh, yummy. Yeah, I know, like, everyone's give me some. Yeah, I think we will, we're our own worst critics, aren't we, KP? What colour should I do that? Should I do the greys? Yeah, I think stick with the greys. So, okay, I'm going back to my greys that I've been doing. So we'll go with that, otherwise it's going to look odd, and then it will look matched up. So I'm going with my 20% cool grey, and I'm just laying the base down, and I am not doing this tidy. So yeah, that's what I did as a career. And then 2 years ago, I had to give it up because of my problems with my back, which I'm quite open about. And I'm hoping that I don't have to have the operation on my back so that I can strengthen. And I do a spinal rehabilitation every single week at the hospital to try and strengthen my back again, so that there's some hope, because it's so buggered, it's so like messed up that we're not sure how long it's going to take. And when I asked the physiotherapist, you know, do you think it will get better, their answer to me is, we don't know. You know, at the moment it's 50-50 and you might have to have the operation, but we're going to do everything in our power to help you. And I'm like, okay, but I've got to help myself. And then I would like to do something entirely different, like not working in home, but I wouldn't mind going into autism, but teaching people about it. Yeah, same, Natalie. I just don't want it. Like, it is such a major operation, and it's 50-50 chance, they say. You know, they say it's 50-50 that, you know, you might not be out of pain. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. So I'm going back to 50% cool grey. You know, it's a big thing to think that you're going to be laid up in bed for all that time, and, you know, will it work? Won't it work? What's going to happen? Yeah, it makes you anxious. No, I mean, I spoke to my surgeon. I've been appointed a surgeon, and I'm on an open discharge at the moment, and they said it's a 50% chance that it will work. You know, that it will fuse your bones together, because I've got 3 discs out. Not, you know, I wouldn't just be normal and have 1. I've got 3 out, and they're completely out. So my bones are like grinding now, and I would have to have 3 sections fused. And they said, you know, it's quite a lot for 1, and 2, it might not work. And I was like, it's quite a, you know, a lot to have to go through to be told that. So obviously if I have to, I will, because I don't want to end up crippled. But yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's because of the nerves, Anthony. You know, I think there's risks in anything, isn't there? And it's weighing it up. Is the risk worth taking? And if it's not, put it off. If it is, do it. You know, I think there's a risk in any operation, and they have to tell you that to cover themselves anyway. The chances are it won't happen, but they have to tell you the bad side of everything. Yeah, so scary. So that's why we have to take our mind off it, guys. Like, we have to do something for ourselves and take our mind off of it. This is where the colouring comes in. It's amazing. Are you on about the other lady, KP, that did it? And Nisi, that sounds like my kind of, like, if you were going to get one, that would be my kind of thing as well. Glitter and pink. So, I know I haven't started Mindhunter yet because I've still got one more episode of that thing I'm watching. Hi, Roslyn. I've got one more episode. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm watching that true life crime thing. Oh, it's so good. But then I had to go to sleep, and then KP messaged me and she was like, "Why are you not asleep?" It was like 3 a.m. and I'm like, "No, I'm going now." And I did actually go to sleep after that. I'm a night owl. I go to sleep at like 3, 3:30. And then I wake up with a headache the next day because, you know, I haven't had enough sleep. So I just torture myself. But I just can't sleep. Mim, has it helped her? Because some people I've spoken to who's had it are absolutely fine. And other people have said they're in more pain now than ever. So that's why it doesn't fill me with much hope. Hey, you finally got here. Well, it's nice to have you. I'm just happy when people join me because I'm like, okay, thank you very much. 70% cool grey I'm on now. I'm just sticking with my greys. I don't know why that... You know, sometimes when you colour on a bit of paper, it's not going on the paper how you want it. I don't know if that's just me. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to outline this, I think, in gel pen so that it stands out. You'll see. You know, the pocket. I think I'll do the pocket in it. I like a bit of gel pen. I really do. Like, it changes your picture, I think. Anyway, I ordered, oh, I don't know if anybody else has tried them, but you know the Uniball Signo do the exact same but in gold. I wanted to try them because my gold gel pens are really not that great. And I really fancy trying those ones because I love the Uniball Signo pens. I got to do... I'll blend this out like I usually do, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, it does feel different, doesn't it? Ah, that's good. That's really promising to hear, Mim. I know, I tell you, like, where I live, I don't live in a retirement home, but you'd think it. Bless. I am surrounded by elderly. I live in a very quiet court, in a very quiet bit of London, like just on the suburbs of London I do. And all of my neighbours are like 90 plus. And the man underneath me puts me to absolute shame. He is 90 years old. He gardens. He goes out on a 2.5 kilometre walk every single day. He cleans his car every week, like, and I mean meticulously. He goes through everything. I'm trying to think now. He goes on walking holidays. He goes on cycling holidays, and he is 90 years old. This man is amazing. I say it every single time I see him. I'm like, when he, you know, what is he taking? What is this man taking? I need some of it. And then another two of our neighbours in the same court as where we live is 99. They turn 100, both of them this year. 100 years old. And they drive, they walk. One of them walks down all the way down to town and back again. And she's 99. I'm like, seriously, these people need to give me a secret of what they're doing. They are incredible. And then I look at myself and I think, what have I gone wrong? These people are amazing. They're just incredible. And yeah, they put me to shame. But it's a different like generation, isn't it? They're just, I don't know, different generation altogether. Same as my gold pens, Kalina. I know. And, you know, they've lived through a war. I think they're around, yeah, they've lived through war, World War II. They've worked like Trojans all their life and they're still going so strong. And I just think, you know, these two ladies in particular have outlived their husbands. Their husbands died 20 years ago, both of them. They've been best friends since they were 4. And they've always lived next door to each other. So they live here now. And they are amazing. I mean, you don't hear those stories often. 2 people who have grown up all their lives together. They've both lived like in the same flats or courts or wherever together. They've both been there for each other all their lives and they're both still going at 99. I mean, it's just amazing. It is amazing. So I'm going back to my 20% cool grey and I'm just blending out that. So whatever tonic they're taking, I need. I need me some of that. Oh, it certainly does. Keeping active is such an important, because once you lose that, you've lost it. Your muscle has got memory and your muscle forgets, doesn't it? That muscle memory thing. So, these people, these neighbours of mine, I'm like, seriously, what planet do you like come from? What special stuff do you take? Well, I need me some. Catch you later. They eat their spinach. And bye. Do you remember Popeye? Thank you very much. That's nice of you to say. So yeah, we need some like planned exciting streams, I think, like some live streams that get quite exciting. I think we need to like plan them and have like a mixed media thing, and we use like test out certain things, and we've got to do some of that, guys. We've got to. Yeah, Popeye. You just remember, oh, Popeye. Oh, it's the olives. Okay, so we're kind of getting there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to turn my book for this. Because I need to do the pocket. The concentration, honestly, the concentration going into this. Like, you don't want the line to muck up and you can't move. I don't know if that's come out right. Oh my goodness, you have to go so slow. The quiet is, jeez Louise. You have to go so slowly. Does that look better? Can you like see them better now? I think so, don't you? I think gel pen makes all the difference, personally. God, how like really slowly do you have to do this? I know, it's a shh. I need to, yeah, where's Andrew when I need him? Otherwise I could shush him. He'd probably talk all the way through this and I'd be like, Andrew, shush! There we go. I think I've done it. Oh! Is it looking okay, do you think? Okay, so what colours now I've got to choose for... Oh, look! How did I miss that? Is that... No, that's not her. That's definitely not her. That is some of this, I think. I know. My gel pen light is my saviour. Okay, so I've got to think about what colours I'm going to do these. But we can plan, I suppose. We can plan these colours. And what I'm going to do, because I'm going to go away and decide what colours I want these. So I'm going to just do these, decide on these leaves now. We need a bit of paper so we can mix together some colours for the... Yeah, I was thinking maybe red violets. Yeah, unless she's really muscular. I don't think it is her. I think it is... Yeah, I'm going to go with those Marcellas. I'm going to go with like a... You know, like dulled colours. I don't think I'm going to go with anything bright, and then I'll do those with white polka dots. But I'm going to plan the leaves because I want those darker. So if I grab some colours and I'll test them out and see what types I want. So I quite like that. That is Prismacolor in marine green. So I need to see what blends with that well. I want like darker greens. So I usually test just on a... No, I don't... No, we don't like that one. It's just testing out. That one's pretty similar, isn't it? So I prefer this one actually, kelp. I need to get a dark, like a dark green. It's trying to plan your colours out. I quite like that. Do they go together? I need to, this is the way I do things, that I can blend together and see, but they're pretty similar to me, aren't they? They don't look like, I don't know, they don't look different. It's finding the right colours. What's this one? This one's lime peel. Did I use lime peel before? Okay, so what I think I might go for actually is the Prussian green. Is that how you say it? Oh, look, Francis will have a field day with me. Prussian green, PC109. I think I'm going to go with that. And I think my lighter colour might be to not... I think I might just go for that because I want them... I was going to go for dark, but I think maybe she could be bright. I don't know. And lime peel looks good with olive. Yeah, I was thinking that. But then that would be similar to this one, wouldn't it? Do you know what? Let's just go with it then. Where's my olive green? This is green ochre. Green ochre's good. But that's quite a, like a dirty colour. It's quite a dirty colour. That goes. See, I like to test out on a bit of paper. Sorry if this bit's boring. I'm just trying to work out. Oh, I found another olive. Did you say olive green? Olive green. That's quite a nice green. Is that olive green? That's olive green. Oh, I'm just testing out. So no, I don't like that one. I think I might go for where's me like? I really like marine green. I'm going for so many. Should I get my other box here? Like, I'm just testing a load on a page because I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want to get this far and then, like, you know, completely hate it. So if you just bear with me, I will get there and we can plan together because we've got dark green. What does that one look like on a bit of paper? See, we've got to do this right. Yeah, see, that one's quite nice as well. Do you know what? I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna use dark green for definite. There's me just mucking around with colours on screen. Sorry. I just like I'll go with it. Let's just try one. Let's just go for it. I've got loads of colours beside me. We can always muck around with them. So I might go for the one here first so that I don't mess up. I might do a base coat of lime peel. Apple. You know, I don't think I've ever used apple. I really haven't. Like, genuinely haven't used apple. I'm just going to try lime peel. I can always rub it out. If I do it very, and I mean super light, I'm going like stupidly light here. So this is lime peel and I'm barely touching the page because I just want it base down. And I'll work off of it after. I don't want to get the colour combinations wrong, but then again, I don't... You know, my best colour combinations has come from mistakes, and that, honestly, I can honestly say that. The best ones I've ever come up with have been a total mistake that I ended up liking. So we're going to go with... I'm going to go for dark green, I think. Do I want dark green? Yeah, I'm going to go for this, guys, at the moment. And then if I want to add anything else in, then I will. So this is dark green in PC 908. We'll just go with this and we'll see how this comes out. But honestly, I don't mind if like things don't come out in, you know, entirely how I planned in the first place, because we can make it work. We can make it work. It will work. You are going to work. You're not going to let me down, are you? So I am doing, as I usually do, a harder pressure to light pressure, and I fade out, and then I blend back in with another one. So it's coming out all right. So has anyone got any plans for this evening? I just want a colour today. I'll see how long my back allows me for, and then I just want a colour. I don't really want to do much else. Oh, thanks, Roslyn. Yeah, sorry about that. I always like warn people. I'm like, I'm going online now, so please, please, please don't call me. And then your phone rings and you're like, oh. I've got the Sex and the City theme tune for my ringtone. And I miss that. I haven't watched that in so long, and I feel like watching it again. Yeah, I know. Lemon Hill. Lemon Hill. Why did they phone? Lemon Hill. Where's Andrew? Andrew's out at work. The poor man got banished to work. No, he had to go to work. I'm just going to turn this. He had to go to work. If he doesn't go to work, then we are in a bit of a pickle. So, yeah, he's off to work. He won't be back till my time. I mean, it's 10 to 6 now. He won't be home till about 9:30. So, I get to have some me time. Some time to myself. Shuffle. Okay, we're going to come online. Victoria, what's that? What on the TV here? The period drama thing that's on. I know, it's true, May. No, Roslyn, I haven't. I've only watched the first ever one. I must admit, I'm not hugely into like period dramas, but I don't mind listening to audiobooks about them, if that makes sense. So like while I'm sitting here colouring, I quite like listening to like audiobooks that tell me about the history and what, you know, especially about females. So like females that change history and what have you. I quite like listening, but no, I haven't actually watched Victoria. I've watched the first ever episode and that was it. And everyone told me it's really good, but I mean, so many people like that Downton Abbey, and I didn't watch that. Yeah, KP watches Victoria. They're so posh in those days, aren't they? Like, they spoke so proper, and females would never wear trousers. Like, they always had those big, huge dresses, didn't they? With those big corsets, and they must have sweat to death in those days. My goodness, the amount of layers that they had on. But women looked like women, didn't they? You know what I mean, don't you? Like now we stick on like jeans and leggings and hoodies and whatever, you know, just stuff that they would not have worn. Like my nan would have never have worn a hooded jumper. I didn't like audiobooks, KP, but recently I've been into them. Hi. Oh, hi, Ivana. How are you doing? I'm back to my lime peel here. I'm just going to blend out on the ends. Like females in those days were so feminine. Yeah, they were so feminine, and like I'm not I like girly things, but I'm not like a lady, you know what I mean. But gosh, you look back then, times have changed so much. But then again, females in those days weren't respected by men as much, were they? You know, it was like a whole, we were homemakers and we were, you know, put on earth to recreate and look after our guys. And things have changed so much, but they did really look after themselves in terms of they wore dresses only and they wore heels only, and you know, their hair was always immaculate and things like that. And you think, oh gosh, you know, what would they think about us now? Like, what would they seriously think about us now? Yeah, I'm okay, Ivana, and thank you very much. No, my nan never. I mean, my nan did towards the end, but I mean, she had so many dresses, you know, and I think I don't own a dress at the moment. Since I lost weight and I have to buy a whole new wardrobe, I haven't actually got a dress yet, which is really bad. Like, I've got none. So, does that look okay? That looks all right, doesn't it? We'll go with that. So we're going back with the lime peel very, very, very lightly. I know when you watch stuff from like the golden, even like I call them the golden ages, you know, from the Victorian and the Tudors and even in the early 90s, you know, things have changed so much. But it's because of those women that sacrificed themselves, and you know, those women that chained themselves to, like, you know, houses of parliament and blah blah blah, whatever they did. They're the ones that changed history, and they're the ones that have got us to equal rights now. So I love listening to that kind of thing. So yeah, it's because of those amazing women that things are the way they are. You think, like, how much people had to do in history to change things, and the sacrifices that they had to make were brutal. And there's us sitting here moaning about certain things, and you know, we've got an easy life really because of them. So same technique, I'm going with my dark green. I'm gonna do like I think there's one there, two there, one there. There's a few of these leaves, so we'll go with that. And then I don't know if you want me to do the whole lot on stream, not today, but like all of them, or if we should, I'll do a couple, you go away and do the rest of them, and then maybe when I come back we'll do other stuff. How do you want me to do it? Do you want me to just do literally everything on camera, or do you want me to just do a couple of these and then finish the rest off? I mean, I'm good with whatever people want. I'm all about what you guys want rather than what I think. Because originally I was just going to do everything on camera, like regardless, even if I miss a bit out or I alter something, then I'll do it on camera. Because some things are dragged out, aren't they? If you're doing like a repetitive thing, then it can be quite, you know, long. No, I'm good with the majority. If the majority want it all on camera, like I was originally going to do, then we'll do that. You know, I'm good. I'm good. So again, with my lime peel, we're going to use these two colours for these. I'm not going to change my colours too much. If I want to add a little bit of something, I add a bit of brown onto it, but we shall do this for now. I feel comfortable with whatever. I'm easy in that respect. My prisms are okay, but I always use my polys. Like this is a mixture, Ivana. I use both. I use my prismas and I use my polys. And to be quite honest, I'm finding them fine. Like, some bits of the paper are rubbish, like, for them, but overall, I mean, I'm not having a problem. That's fine. We'll stick with everything on camera then. That's fine. Because I'm not doing this away from it, as you know, I'm picking it up every time from where I am, so. And then I've picked out, just to sway from this very quickly, I've picked out the two books that I don't know which one, when I'm going to do my demonstration, you know, when I told you about the wings that I did in the in Peter Pan, you know, I told you I was going to do the I'm not going to say how I coloured the wings. So I wanted to show you how I did these, and I wanted to do them on like a complete different fairy. So I was going to do a out of here, out of Tentful Enchantments by Clara Markova, I was going to use this lady here. So I don't know if you want to mark this page out and do it with me. But I will do the demonstration, not I do that in quotes, the demonstration of how I achieve those wings in this book. So I've picked this one out. I did originally pick out, I'll put a pencil there for a minute. I did originally pick out a Hannah Lynn book, which was her first one, you know, the Mermaids, Fairies and Other Girls of Whimsy. And there's quite a few fairies in here to be able to do it on. But to be honest, I wasn't sure how the paper would be, which was this one, because I quite like, it's got like a big wing area. I thought, do I want to do this paper? I'm not sure. So we'll go with If you want to mark it with a post-it note and you wanted to do it in the same book, entirely up to you. But I'm chosen this one if you've got Tenderful Enchantments from Clara Markova. I'm going to do this particular fairy. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do the demonstration of the wings. So I was originally thinking about pre-filming it and uploading it. Then I thought, do I do it on a live stream? Then I thought, no, actually, I am going to film it. So I will film it and upload it for you within either later or tomorrow or over this like week and weekend. And then I've also got to do my Afro-Caribbean skin as well. So I've got quite a few things that I've got to film and do. So I will get there. So yeah, we're back to this now. I just went off. Oh, you just ordered it. It is a beautiful book, I must admit. I've only done one out of it. Like, literally one. I have not done... The only one I did was... I think it's the first page. That one. That's the only one that I've done in this book. And I loved it. I loved it. It's amazing. I love the book. And it's only got, like, a few... I don't know if you can see, like, a few stickles. And I put the glaze over the berries. And I don't know if you can see, but this is, like, a liquid chrome pen. It's like chrome. It's really nice. Love it. So paper's lovely. I know you've been waiting. I know, and I am sorry. I am getting around to these things, but it does take a while. As you know, like filming, it takes a while, and then all the uploading takes a while, and then trying to find some space on your phone takes a while. So it takes a while altogether. If I've said it takes a while. It does. So we're going with our lime peel again, very lightly. I need to do that. Look, I've missed a tiny little leaf out there. So we'll go back. When I do those ones, I'll do that little leaf there. I missed it. You miss things, and then you go back on them and you think, oh, how did I not see that? Am I blind? Am I, like, what's happening with my vision? Yes, it takes pencils, lovely. And I used, on that particular one, Marcella, I used so many pencils. I used Inktense, I used Polychromos, I used Prismacolors, I used Luminance, and I even used, you know, those Black Widow pencils, and everything works amazing. Sorry, I'm just having a sip of tea. And it's stone cold and disgusting now, but I needed like a sip of something. So yeah, it's an amazing, but yeah, it's amazing. I can't say anything bad about it. So we shall do fairy wings. They're called iridescent, well, Sam's version of iridescent wings. Yeah, I mean, it's got better, hasn't it, Marcella? I mean, it's not as cold as it was. It was so cold. But it's warmed up a little bit. I actually had my windows open today, which was nice. I needed the windows open. I aired the house through when I had a little bit of a clear out. I did a bit of housework. I know I need my fairy. I need my man fairy to make me a cup of tea. My man fairy has gone to work. I'll stick with that one, I think, on the double. I always wonder, like, who has that debate with themselves? I must be on my own here. Do I keep the pencil like that, or do I sharpen it like that? And I do a mixture, to be honest. Oh, what the jelly roll glaze in clear. It's on. If you can get them on Amazon as a pack, or you can get them from Cult Pens, and you can get the singles. So I'm going with my dark green and going on top. Gosh, I really do need a drink. I took my pills today before I started streaming, so I can sit here and like talk for longer. So I do have plans, but I also like need, you know, sometimes like apart from obviously doing the channel, you want to go off and just like do some pictures off camera as well, don't you? So I've got so many pictures that I want to do, and I'm just like, oh my god, I've got to juggle it all. It's just a hobby, it's just fun. Hi Alicia, how you doing? So this is just the same as what I did with the others. I'm not doing anything any differently. And then when I come off of stream, I'm going to go and stick that third and final episode of that true crime thing I was watching on. Good. Good to hear that you're good. Oh gosh, here my phone goes. My house phone's ringing. Working my way through them. No, I haven't finished this. I haven't any on it yet, KP. Since I last showed it, because I didn't colour at all yesterday, did I? There's my phone going. Can you hear my phone? Can you hear my ass phone? And then that thing comes in. Please call later. I feel really bad ignoring it, but I know that I'll be sitting on the phone for like half an hour otherwise. So I'll do, you know, that callback thing after. One of my neighbours, a couple of my neighbours actually check in on me, which is really sweet. Since my back's been bad, like they're really like 96 and how old's the other lady? 8 something. And they phone and check in on me, and I'm like, it should be the other way around. But I do check in on them often, so I knock on their doors and make sure they're okay. And if me and Andrew go to the shop, do they need anything or anything like that? So yeah, my neighbours are actually really nice. And thank you very much, Pretty Nails. Pretty Nails. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know how loud things come through on the stream, you see, so I don't know how loud that phone might have been. It's like no one calls you all day, do they? And then my phone's not rung once, apart from this morning actually. Tell a lie. Tell a lie. It was my neighbour, and she wanted Andrew to drop her to the hospital because he's a London... If nobody... you know the London black cabs? That's what my partner does for a living. He's a London black cabbie. So our neighbours often phone and ask him if he's free to take him to like the hospital or something. So yeah, he took one of our ladies here to the hospital this morning. So that's when my house phone last went. Apart from that, no one phones me. And then as soon as you go on there, it's like everyone wants to call you. Someone's phoned my house phone, someone's phoned my mobile, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'll just say I was on the other line or something. I tell a little white lie. Otherwise, I say yeah, I was colouring and I was sitting online. They're gonna think, oh, why couldn't you answer the phone? I don't think they'll know what streaming on YouTube means. I'm pretty sure she won't know that. If I said to her I was streaming on YouTube, she'll be, pardon? What does that mean? We set her up an email account, and yeah, she really goes on it because she still doesn't know how to use it, bless her. She's 96. Like, these are not relatives. Oh, thank you, babe. Yeah, I colour in circular motions, which is quite slow, but it just means that I'm concentrating, that's all. You know, you see, like, when I was a kid, you're sort of like this with the page, aren't you? You're like a mad person or a crayon. I just go slowly, and it's very therapeutic to me to sit and do this and colour and talk and go slowly. I don't think I could go fast even if I tried. I've missed that little leaf out. Yeah. Okay, I'm going back to my lime peel. And then, as I said, I'm going to go away and decide on these, I think, because I don't want to mess it up. And yeah, I think, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so I think this big one's the exact same. Just a little like thing that I discovered as well. I don't know if any of you guys have got these, but these are the art line pens, and they're not alcohol based. They don't go through your page. And there's a green. It's actually pastel green, but it's not pastel green. It's like that color. You know, it's not a pastel. So I'll show you on paper, but they see it's just green. It's not pastel. I don't know why it's called pastel. And it's, you know, like when you white out your lines like that one, this does it with your leaves. I quite like the effect it gives. Obviously this is optional, but it just whites or greens it greens out your lines, so it just gives like another dimension to your leaves. Like, I really liked it personally. I thought it was great. I liked it. It just gives something different to your picture. So I don't know where you get these. I didn't get them on Amazon. I got them for someone else. But yeah, I just quite liked the effect that it gave a leaf. And these are, you get them in like quite a few colours. And this is meant to be a pastel green, but obviously it's not a pastel green. It's just a green. But it is a water-based ink. It's not alcohol. And as you can see, like, they don't go through the page. See, they're not through. And they have white ones. They have black ones. They have pink and blue and purple. And as I said, the white is like, it whites out your lines, but you have to go over it a couple of times. Otherwise you can see the, you know, the black line through it. But they're really good. So I'd recommend these actually. I'm quite happy with these. I used them on Tinkerbell's wings as well. So these are Artline. They're made by Artline. They're a water-based pen, and they're a sort of a, I don't know if you can see, they're like a mini bullet tip, so they're not big. But so I'll just give you an example because I can always rub this off. But you see, it doesn't give like a really like a bright line, but you know, they're really good. I would recommend these. So if you are thinking about investing in some, and they're really like inexpensive. In the UK, I think I paid £1, so they're not expensive at all. Oh, watercolour sounds nice. I'm looking forward to seeing your Tinkerbell, KP. So I think I'm going to go with this one here, and then I'm going to end it because I think I've gone on for quite a while, and I don't want to overrun my time here because I'm sure you've all got better things to do than sit and listen to me. So we're going to go with just lime green as before, base it down. Yeah, it will, won't it? See, I'm so excited to see. There's another couple of people that joined in the same colour along, and they are doing the Tinkerbell as well, but I have not seen what they've got up to yet. Whereas the progress from KP is like, wow, love it. And Frances, she's done the most amazing wings as well. I love her wings. And she's used glitter as well, and it looks amazing. I love seeing the same picture done by lots of people because it's just such a great interpretation. You don't have better things to do. I'm sure Jazzy will want your attention. Like if I could move my truck, do you want to see what my dog is doing? Hold on, like if I move my camera, can you see him? So that's my dog currently upside down, fast asleep. And yeah, that's Chip. So, oh no, I've got to move my, I'm back again. That's my little boy. And he's sitting beside me, fast asleep. He hasn't got a care in the world. He's always beside me. Like, he's my shadow. He doesn't go, I can't go anywhere without him. You go to the bathroom and he's there, and I'm like, Chip, seriously. He's having his afternoon nap. I'm going back with my dark green, guys. It's nice. This is my time that I can colour, because he has a sleep, and he sleeps for just a couple of hours in the afternoon, and then he's like the Tasmanian devil when he comes alive, because he wakes up and he's like, what kind of like mischief can I get up to now? Sam, Mum, I'm gonna do something very naughty. And I'm like round the house going, Chip, stop. And he just looks at me like, nah, I feel like playing up. And that's my evenings, guys. That's my evenings with him. It's like, 1 minute he's as good as gold and he looks like a little angel, and the next minute he's finding everything he can do, and I'm like, oh my god. I don't know, mate. I'm like, can you just excuse me, Chip? Like, Mum just needs like 5. Even like I go in the bathroom, so I'm running myself a bath or something, and he sort of looks at me as if to say, are you doing something that means that you can do it without me? And I'm like, yep, this is my time now. And then he sort of sits and looks at you and thinks, well, why can't I join in? It's so funny. They are so funny. Like, they don't know how to pick their timings, do they? Yeah, today everyone's had my attention. So I woke Buzz up in the afternoon to give him some food, some worms. He sleeps all day because, as you know, hedgehogs are nocturnal. They sleep all day and they're up all night. But I'll wake him up, otherwise I'd never see him. I'll wake him up and say hello and give him like a little head rub and give him some worms to eat, because they eat worms. And so he had that. And then Jabba, the bearded dragon, he was out not long ago, just before I came on stream. I gave him a bath. He had like a big drink. He had some food, and now he's gone back in his little like he's got a vivarium, a 4-foot vivarium, and he's like just relaxing in there under the sun. And then the budgies I was playing with earlier, and they're having a nap now. And then Chip is just Chip. He is always with me, so now's my time to have my time. It's like having like kids. He's snoring upside down, bless him. I don't know if you can hear that, but he is snoring. Oh wow, you've got quite a little, like, lovely little family there. I love animals. That I would not be without animals in my life. I've never been without an animal, actually. We did for a short time, because me and Andrew rented before we lived here. We rented a studio flat, which is just, you know, one of those small flats with your living room as your bedroom, and it was our starter home. We used like our stepping stone kind of thing. And we lived there for 1.5 years, and the landlord said no pets, which was fine because I didn't have any pets at that point, because we just moved in together. This was like 11 years ago now. And that's the only time that I haven't had an animal, when we were in that renting stage. And now, I mean, I've made more than made up for it with a hedgehog, 2 budgies, a dog, and a bearded dragon. And Andrew's like, no more. I'm like, can I just get another dog to like keep Chip company? He's like, no, no more. So, but genuinely, the 2 like animals that I could not be without, I would not be without budgies. I've always had budgies since I was like 15. So I've had them years and years and years, like not obviously not these 2. I've had Tilly 7 years now and Rio 3 years. And prior to that we had a Tilly's brother Harley, who passed away when he was 4. That broke my heart in pieces. Oh my goodness. And Andrew, I mean, Andrew's been through some devastation in his life with losing his mum, but you know, I've not seen him cry since then as much as when we lost Harley the budgie. He was a broken man for a long time. Oh, bless it. He couldn't talk. He was that cut up. He just, every time he spoke, he was like in tears. And my Andrew doesn't show his emotions like that very often. And he usually like, it's very internal. And we had Harley, and then we had Cherry before that, who was 10. She died at 10 years old. And then prior to that, we had another budgie called Chucky, who used to follow me everywhere. So yeah, I've always had budgies. Oh no! It's the feather dust, isn't it? They let off a dust. Is that right, May? Is that what you're allergic to with birds? Because because they get a lot of feather care. And when they preen their feathers, they let off a dust. And a lot of people are allergic to those, which I'm surprised at. You know, I never knew about it until I looked into it more. It was only recently I knew about that as well. Someone told me they were allergic to birds, and I was like, how can you be allergic to birds? Birds have no fur. They're like, no, they let off a dust. And I was like, oh. And then when I looked, when they, in the sun, you know, when the sunlight comes in, you see like dust speckles. And I realised that when they actually like, you know, preen their feathers and feather care, you can see. And I'm like, oh wow, I never knew that. Do you take antihistamines then to stop Mim? Because my partner takes antihistamines so that we could have animals. He takes one every day now. He can't be without them, otherwise he'd end up in he wouldn't be able to breathe. Right, I'm just going with the lime peel and just blending it out a bit because, and then I think I'm gonna go, because I've been on here a while, and then we can wrap this up in part 4, and then it's gonna be another 2 parts, I reckon. So we'll probably do this in 6, which is not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, and it's just taking antihistamine, it generally helps it, doesn't it? You have to have quite strong ones. Thing is, you know, you're either gonna not take them and be without animals, or you have the animal and you take a pill to help, and I know what I would opt for. Oh no, KP. Oh no, I need to put a little bit more green on that one. This is back to my dark green. I need to just put a bit more. There's not enough. Not enough. Wrong one, Sam. I've got too many greens beside me. I can't see which one I'm picking up. Okay, so I'm back to my lime. That's what I'm doing. I think that is... I need to like have a look on camera if it's coming out all right. Yeah, she's coming out all right. She's fine. Right, so I'm going back to my art line pen. Ah, yeah, I'm the same as you. Like, I don't have allergies to animals, thankfully, but I couldn't live without them. I couldn't. If there comes a point where I can't look after them, I'll let. Do you know what? I've got one more leaf in that colour. Let's just go for it. And then I am definitely going. Yeah, I can't. Is it one more leaf or is it a few? There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3. Why am I thinking there's one? Should we just do them and get them out of the way? Yeah, I don't have allergies. My partner has a lot of allergies. He's got asthma, eczema, bless him. His immune system's not that great. So he suffers quite a lot with it. And you know, we were worried because for my 30th last year, he got me Chip. That was my 30th birthday present because I wanted a dog. And he came from a breeder who's a very good friend, who's actually Buzz's breeder. She bred hedgehogs and then she started on chihuahuas because she's got a lovely Tia. I love her chihuahua, Tia. She came to stay with me for a day because we're good friends. And I fell in love with her. And then when I knew she was having puppies, I was like, Andrew, I really want one. And he was like, no dogs, no dogs, no dogs. I don't know how I'll be. I'm probably allergic to them. And I was like, oh, please. And then, like with Andrew, he says no, and then he ends up giving in to me with everything, bless him. Like, he usually always puts his foot down, and then a couple of weeks later, he's like, Sam? And I'm like, yes, honey. Do you want that still? And I'm like, yes. And then he ends up caving in. I'm going to sharpen this how I usually sharpen them. So, yeah. So that's how Chip came into my life. He said no to dogs for, years and years. And he was like, no, 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 no. And I kept like, but it would be amazing to have a dog. And he was like, no, we're not having a dog because I think that I wouldn't cope, allergic, like allergies. And I said, well, you don't know until you try, and you can take an antihistamine. And he wouldn't. And then Chip's puppy pictures arrived on my phone. And Jennifer, the lady who I got him from, said, Sam, he's still available. The owner who was meant to have him pulled out. And I said, I'm 30 next month, Andrew. I would love to have Chip for my 30th present. So straight away he said, okay. And I nearly fell down, but I was already down. I was laying on the bed at the time. So if I wasn't laying on the bed, I would have fallen down. I was like, what? Did I just hear right? Did you actually just say yes? And he said, yeah, put the deposit down and we'll get him. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be the right thing now. And yeah, that's how Chip came into my life. So he was very last minute, and it's only because the original owner who was, you know, reserved him pulled out. And I was like, oh, now I can't imagine not having him. So that's the story of Chip. So Chip came into my life last year. Are you guys still there? I don't know if you're still there, if I was talking to myself. Where's my sharpener? I can't find things. Oh, you are here. Oh, are you all just listening to me, right, rambling on? That's me. Are you colouring, May? Is anyone else colouring? Are you colouring with me, or are you colouring your own pictures? Nicole, I was thinking about a different one. I'm thinking about my next colour along is going to be a person. We're going to do a person. And I was thinking, I've either got in mind either Nick Filbert's Fantasia or or a Fabiana book. I might do a Fabiana book because I'm obsessed with Fabiana Attanasio, however you say it. So I'm thinking a person. I'm thinking maybe I might do as I said, I have a Fantasia by Nick Filbert. But it's definitely going to be a person because we're going to start the first live stream off with skin. And I'm going to do a step-by-step on skin. So, because although I've put up my videos, I think doing it with someone on a stream is like a class in a way, if you're not confident with skin, and we could do it together. You know, I could talk you through, you could put your questions to me like, am I putting my pressure light? Am I putting it hard? Am I laying this down in section? You know, whatever you want to ask. So I'm thinking about doing a person for absolute certain. I love that book. Which one are you on? Are you doing out of the... I think she's got 4, hasn't she? I'm sure she's got 4. Yeah, I mean, I really want to do a person. So I have to decide which one I want to do. But it has to be with a majority, doesn't it? Because, like, a book that I might pick, not a lot of people might have it. So, I mean, originally I did want to do out of the new book that I've got, the Sagolikt book. I don't know how you pronounce that. But I showed it on one of my live streams. But I don't think a lot of people have got that. So I wouldn't want to get, you know, people to feel like, oh, I can't join in because I haven't got that book, you know. And I know not everyone's going to have, you know, all of the books. But I know a lot of people have got, you know, a Nick Filbert book or something. Like, it's the majority anyway. It is a good excuse. I mean, I would recommend it personally if you haven't checked it out. I need to do a flip through and upload it, but the Sagolikt by Emily Jarridge is beautiful, and the paper is like a medium colouring card, and it's spiral bound and it's single-sided. So, you know, I mean, for those reasons, I would definitely recommend it. If you like doing people, I'd highly recommend it because it's got, you know, different styles of people. And I would also say that the art is absolutely stunning. So if you did want to treat yourself to a new book, I would recommend Serene or Sagolikt's, the fantasy book. I think it's got 20 images in it, same as Serene. I think Serene's 20. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend those personally. But it's obviously, it's also what you enjoy colouring, isn't it? I've lost my lime pill. No, I haven't. It's in front of me. It is entirely, you know, down to your style as well. So if you don't really like doing people, you know, those books are just people. And they haven't got anything else in them. They are just purely people. There's no variety. But it's what you like colouring. Like, for me, I love doing people. So I'll always go opting for those types of books. They're always going to be my choice. If I talk really fast, I'm sorry. Andrew said to me the other day that I spoke fast, and I was like, everyone's pulling me up on that recently. It is entirely down to you on what books you like. You know, it's your hobby and your colouring books and your journey, your colouring journey. But I would say if you had, you know, wanted to treat yourself to a new book, those two are the bomb. They're the bomb. They really are. Seriously. So, yeah, that's my recommendations for today. So, as my other ones, have you got green Posca? Green Posca will work. What other ones did I say that was on there? Oh, these two, aren't they? Okay, so lime peel, and we're gonna just finish these leaves because we might as well. We're on them. I mean, what is your favourite thing to colour? Mine personally is people. I've been saying it for ages, but I like a variety. Of course I do. I always, you know, I love doing mythomorphia, so the mythical stuff. I love it. I love it. That's like my thing at the moment. But I like to go with what the feeling takes me. So like people is just like something that if I sway away from, I always end up back to. Thanks, Melissa. I had no idea which colours I was picking, but I just went with it. I just, you know, they'll work, won't they? So that's what we've got so far. So if you are following this, this is how yours will look too, I think. Yeah. So we're going back to our, it would be good if the dark green in 908. And we're going exactly the same method as what we have been. And for those of you that have stuck with me from the beginning of this, thank you so much. And I honestly mean that. Like, you know, I don't see myself as anything but a hobby colorist. So for me, like, I'm like, oh, thank you. Thanks so much. I deeply appreciate like all your friendships, all your supports and your time. It's your time. Your time is amazing. I need my tea fairy, don't I? Same, May, you're like me. I like all of what you've just listed in terms of people and fairies and gnomes and yeah, I like I sort of say I like a mixture. I'm like you, like I do like botanicals as well, but not too many on a page, if that makes sense. I don't know if you like I was saying to the other day, you know the Jungle Book by Fabiana. I love the illustrations in it, but then you've just got pages of leaves, but nothing else on a page but leaves. And there's a couple of that in, you know, Magical Jungle by Joanna Basford. It's just like leaves. There's a whole page of these huge leaves, and I'm like, no, I would never do it. I would never colour it. But if you've got a mixture and you've got different flowers, and then I like it. I do like it. I love doing roses. Roses are my thing. I love roses to colour. We're nearly there with these leaves. This has come out alright in the end, like in terms of, I didn't know what it would look like together, but it's come out alright. Good morning. I just want to sing that song, you know that, good morning, good morning. I don't know if that's just in the UK. I won't sing. I'm not like that. I do sing like all the time at home on my own, but I would never put you through that. Oh my God. Have I? Do you think I've got quite a bit done? Oh, that's good. Well, then we're getting there, aren't we? We're getting there. Yeah, I'm not. You like big spaces, Karen. It's like I don't like huge spaces, but then again, like, you know, other books that have like big backgrounds and stuff, sometimes I get put off by them and other times I don't, because then you can do something with that background, can't you? I don't know. It's like you want like in the middle, don't you? You don't want huge open spaces, but then you don't want something too intricate. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's okay. I completely get you. I completely get you. I love it when I sit here and I read where you're all from. Like you have Germany, you've got Norway, you've got Australia, you've got the US, you've got England. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how, you know, how amazing. You're all sitting here talking and you're all like all around the world. And yeah, I love that. I love that colouring does that. And you all find like your common ground is colouring, isn't it? But you know, you get talking to people and you realise actually you've got a lot in common. Yeah, Dee Dee's amazing, like with acrylic paint. She's just like the queen of acrylic paints. Like she just, oh, amazing she is. Yeah, it's like a worldwide virus. So like we got, I think I've missed that tiny little bit out. Is that it then on these leaves? And then these ones are slightly different. I'm going to do those with olives, I think. Yeah, so we're going to go with that. So we're still with our dark green as we've put our lime peels already down. And I know there's a couple of ladies that are following this page like exact, so yeah, I'm like flattered that you've done it the same. So I'm doing it's the same as what I've been doing the whole of them. You'll get your little vibe going with this already. Melissa, I've got to decide on my background, but it might be a chalk pastel background, I'm thinking. And yeah, he's much better, thanks, Michelle. Much better. I mean, he's still very sleepy, and he's still not himself, if that makes sense, but he's much better, which is making me pleased. But I was saying, poor Jen, reading with Pug Jen, her lovely little Jack Sparrow, her dog, her pug, is not well and needs everyone's prayers because he's going for a hard time at the moment, and he might need to have an operation if, you know, his eye doesn't get better. So now everybody needs to send all their best wishes over to Jen, that everybody like did for me and Rio as well. So that was really nice. I know. I'm so happy, Natalie. Thank you so much. I'm so flattered. And I know I say it a lot. I do say it a lot that, you know, I don't see like the huge fashion name. There's so many amazing people, but thanks. Thank you. Okay, it's blending out with your lime peel, and then you just got one little one here, which is the same, and that's it. And then we're done with these leaves, and then I'm going to cut the stream because I've been chatting for so long and I need another tea. And I'll have to wake this little monkey up next to me, my little cheeky monkey that I've got, Chip, and he's got to go for a walk. Yeah, I love her laugh, like it's infectious. We'll wrap up, and then I can go away and I can think about what I'm going to do those blankets. They could be quite colourful, we'll see. So dark green again. Michelle, that made me laugh. 7 AM and less fire or blood is involved. Same. I'm exactly the same. I won't get up until like I genuinely have to. And I am not a morning person. I'm like night of the living dead when I wake up. I'm like, no one talk to me. Don't mention a word to me. And then Chip comes in and you're just like, hi Chip. You come into Andrew's morning, and you're like, he gets the grunts in the morning, and Chip gets the like happy Sam. It's quite funny. Like, I'm not available to humans in the morning. Not at all. Human contact does not work for me in the morning. I should have a sign on me. Do not communicate until a cup of tea is in. No, Chip, he gets up. Andrew takes him out for his morning walk, and then he comes back to bed with me. He comes back to bed with me every day. Like, he won't get up until then I get up. So, yeah. Yeah, me. I sort of say I don't have any communication in the morning apart from and then Andrew will be like, oh, did you get to sleep late? And I'm like, I'm like, Andrew, no communication, please. So, okay, that's how far we got today, guys. I need to go away and think about those blankets, and I really need to do that, and that's bugging me, and I need to remember what colours I use for that. Desiree will tell me. She has it written down, bless her. So that's it for today. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of the leaves done. If I come back a bit, you can see we've done the leaves, the bigger leaves. We've got just these ones, which will be the same ones, and the flowers and that. I think actually on the next stream, depending on how much I talk, I could get this done. So thanks for joining me for all this time again, and we'll get there. So maybe next time, if not the one after, I'll get it done, and then I can do my tutorial thingy majiggy, how I colour wings in the meantime. Try and film as well. I need to pick a picture out to do the skin, because I want to do darker skin, Afro-Caribbean skin, and I'll try and get that done. So thanks so much for joining me. Go and have a great day for all of you that's still got a day ahead of you and it's morning. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea and take the dog out now. So I shall see you all on my next stream, hopefully tomorrow. But I won't promise anything, but I'm fingers crossed it'll be tomorrow. Have you seen the bump on my finger? Has anyone else got that? It's like a huge bump. I've got a huge bump. So take care, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.